Hello, let's go over last Sunday's class to make a moving flag. To have a flag, we need to create a plane. So the plane is created. Because I want the plane to be a rectangle shape, so I want add its width by dragging or change the number here. Next, I will increase the segments to 50, maybe 60. Okay, so I just want to each grade to be looks like a not rectangle, I mean square. So next step, I need to make it editable. So hit C. Then I will right click, find simulation tags. See that we have 7 tags. So all these are related to dynamic movement or dynamic behavior. So for this case, we will use a class because in nature, the flags are made of class and behave like a class. So let's see what this tag do. So it looks nothing happen. But if you hit play, you'll see the class, the plane is falling down. So that's because by default, the software have a gravity. It was hiding somewhere. So to show it up, you need to hit Control and D. So you will have project menu. So and select dynamics. So you'll see there's a gravity. It's set to 1000. So we need to change it to 0. So let's see. If we hit play, well, it is still falling. So that's because class tag is a little bit different than the other tags. So like rigid body, if we set the gravity to 0, so it will not move. But class, this one has its own gravity setting. It is here false. Forces. You see, there's another gravity. Although we canceled the global gravity by hitting Control and D, there is still another a private gravity still working. So we need to change this to 0 as well. So with this down, let's hit play. You see, the flag is not falling. Okay. So next step is already editable. So we need to make some points fixed. So I will select these points to be fixed points. It can be 1 line or 2 line, depends on how big your flagpole is. So if your flagpole is very thin, you can use only 1 line. If your flagpole is a little bit bigger, so you can use 2. So go to class tag and find the dresser. You will see fixed point, just 1 click. So you see the color change from yellow to pink. The pink means these points are fixed. So let's give it a test. So let's increase the gravity from 0 to any number like 9 to see what happened and play. You see all the points is moving except the selected points because they are fixed. By the way, if you want to have a longer animation, so you can change the number from 90 to like 300 or 400. Okay. So I want the flag to be this way. So I still make the gravity to zero and play. Nothing happened. Right now we need a wind. Actually, to generate a wind, you can use wind direction X, Y, Z. It's okay, but I personally like use simulation, forces, and wind. I like to use this wind. So after click this, you will have a fan or wheels. So that's the icon for wind. So when you play, you see the flag start to moving, slightly move. If I want to a stronger movement, I can increase the wind speed from 5 to like 50. Wow, that's too strong. So it is stretched the flag a little, but we can adjust this, change the setting for the flag. So I want to add some turbulence. So you see, we can see more wrinkles. Or turbulence frequency, see what it give us. I think it's too much. So add a little bit more. Okay, like this would be fine. How about 40? You need to play with this number to find the best result. So usually it takes time. So sometimes it takes even like several hours. That's totally normal for 3D animation. So I will go back to the clause tag. So find the tags. I will play with the stiffness and the flexions. About I just make it 20. Wow, that's not good. 100. This 99. Wow, that's terrible. Put it to 0. Oh, 50. And rubber, I increase like friction 100. Mm, iteration, I make it higher 20. So by default, iteration is set to 1. So the lower the number, so the faster your computer will run. If you increase to like 20 or 10, so the higher iteration number is, the more accurate the calculation will be for your animation, but it takes longer time. You see, when I increase the iteration from 1 to 20, so it looks better, right? So I want you to pay attention to the interaction of the flag. No, sorry, I do not have a pole yet. So let me bring in a cylinder to make a flagpole. So make it higher. Yeah, like this. So when I play, when I want to have more wrinkle. Okay. So you see, there's interaction between the flag and the pole. See, I mean intersection. The flag will go into the pole, which is let me see, which is not real in the world, in real world. You see, what I mean here. So the flag had no way to go into or cut the pole, right? That's not real. So actually, software offer us another feature to solve this problem. So we need to click this the cylinder. So let me rename at pole. Right click, simulation tags. We need to select close collider. So let's see how it looks. You see, this time the flag itself will not intersect with the pole because the pole is set to its collider. So let's see. You see, the flag can wrap around the pole, but not goes into it. You will see very clear from this viewport, so from this angle. So the flag does not go into the pole itself. So if we click the clause, go to export. So you will see there's a box, self-collision is unchecked. That's the reason we see the flag, although it does not intercept with the pole, it intersects with itself, right? You see, this part goes through this part, penetrate. So this, which is impossible. So if we check self-collision, let's see how it looks like. Play. You see, there's no intersect with flag. So, but our animation is slower, actually much slower. So that's a, when we make animation, so there's a trade-off between the speed and the quality. So the higher quality we want, so usually it takes more calculation and it takes a long time. So the speed is much lower. So this is effectively very true when you do animations. So the pole close collider and the self collision for the pole is something I did not cover in the class. I hope you do some practice on these tools to see how they work on your project. So, okay, I think that's it. Oh, one more thing I need to mention that. So this is the way to make a flag, a static flag. It's not moving. If you move the pole, it will not affect anything of the animation. So if you want to have the pole moving or weaving the pole to also have an animated flag, we will need another tool called cloth belt. We will find another time to cover that. So right now you can put the pole and the flag on your building. So or you can make a cloner make several of them using cloner and put them on your building. So next thing we are going to talk about the homework. So I ask you to do several different flags with different shape, including triangle shape. Actually, let me see, make it bigger. A and a B. So to make a triangle shape, we cannot use, for example, a disk, because disk can become a triangle when you reduce the segment. For example, right now it's 16. If you keep reducing, you will have a triangle. But that's not good for the animation, because animation needs to have a lot. I mean, the animation needs to have enough subdivision. I mean, the small grid. But this triangle has only 4 surfaces. So if we make animation, the animation will be very rigid, very unreal. So I'll delete it and show you another way to make the triangle plan. So, but still with enough grid. So remember, I told you the K key on your keyboard. If you hit a K key, you can cut line. Oh, I need to make it editable. C. And on surface area, when I hit KK, you can drag lines to cut. Okay. Oh, sorry. I need to redo it. I did not start from the first point. Okay, I select the plane. So I want to make it a triangle. So on surface, hit KK. Okay, hit space bar. And then you can use your live selection still in the surface area. Select all these surfaces and delete them. So this way you can have a triangle, but you still have a lot of subdivision on it. So that makes your animation much smoother. So if you want to have a different shaped triangle, so remember I told you there is FFD. So let's say FFD free form deformation, and it needs to be a child of the plane. So right now the key is here. So our object is here, but if we hit fit to parent, it will find our project, find our object. So of course you can increase the points 4 to 4. Okay, so then you can go to the points rectangle. You can drag. You can make different shape. You see, it gives you a lot of flexibility to achieve the shape you want to have. Okay, this is one way to make the triangle. So let me bring another plane, so make it editable. So for example, if I want to make a flag like this, so I can also hit KK go to surface and go to surface, select these points, delete. Yes, you can clean up the little things. Oh. You see, this is a way to make a different shape flags. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Have a good week.